and thanks for joining us here on India Today, coming to you live from Chennai, from outside the Raj Bhavan. That was witness to K. Palanisamy and his entire team taking oath today. Over 30 ministers took oath. It's being known as Team Chinamma or Team Shashikala. Be in absolutely no doubt that this is a government which is going to have the shadow of VK Shashikala hanging large over it. In fact, already the O Paneerselvam camp has said that this is going to be nothing more than a remote control government. MK Stalin even issued advice to those who have been sworn in today as the cabinet, the Council of Ministers of Tamil Nadu, saying that make sure you don't take your instructions from inside jail. Of course, a clear reference there to VK Shashikala. Anyway, for those who are still thinking that E. Palanisamy is going to be acting as an independent agent, to put all those doubts to rest, he is going to be visiting VK Shashikala at the Bengaluru prison where she has been lodged since yesterday evening. So this is how Tamil Nadu finally will be hoping that the political crisis it has been witnessing ever since the passing away of Jayalalitha will come to an end. However, the crucial test still remains that for K. Palanisamy to actually prove his numbers. Even now, the OPS camp is hoping that maybe some people will heed the cry of their conscience and vote for what is right. They are calling it a Dharma Yudh. The moral victory is ours, is what they have claimed. We will not let this party, this was set up and nurtured by the likes of MGR and Jayalalitha, fall into the hands of one family, fall into the hands of the Mannargudi clan. This is going to be another chapter that is now going to start in the politics of Tamil Nadu from today onwards. But at least as far as the government is concerned, the Chief Minister has changed. Just a while ago, we were at the house of O Paneerselvam and his beacon has also been taken away. Now he's no longer the Chief Minister. Remember when the entire struggle started between Shashikala, who at that time was a CM aspirant, and O Paneerselvam, who staged a surprise rebellion last week and said that he had been forced to resign under duress. That time they were both fighting, as they said, to save the party. They were fighting in the name of Amma. My colleague Pramod sent us this report on exactly how Tamil Nadu got its new government just a while ago.
So here is a surprising view at this arena. Inside this hall, what you see is the 124 MLAs of AIADMK who were gone missing literally for almost a week. From 5th to clearly to this day, they were not seen anywhere except for Golden Bay Resort. Now they are here. Rajan Chellappa is here, Sengoten is here. The whole army of AIADMK's MLAs are over here. This is one shot which was really hard to see in the past 1 week. They are here after Edappadi K. Palanisamy has been chosen as the Chief Minister. The entire cabinet remains except for one change. The portfolio of Mr. Mafoy Pandirajman has been given to Mr. Sengoten, and here we have the Chief Minister. The Chief Minister is here as well. Sir, congratulations, sir. Sir, what is your first station? Sir, Edappadi, sir. Sir.
Same, sir.
So he's over here as well. He's meeting the ministers and everybody. There he is, like he's walking away. Apparently he would like to. Here he's here. He's like congratulating all the MLAs and everybody here. You can see him conversing with them, people who are supporting them as well. And he's like walking away from this place. This is the actual location where we have the ministers and everybody, along with the missing MLAs who are once again back in the city. With camera person Daniel, Pramod Madhav for India Today.
இன்றைக்கு எல்லோரும் புரிந்து கொண்டிருப்பார்கள் எதற்காக சட்டமன்ற உறுப்பினர் அங்கே ஒருங்கிணைப்பாக இருந்தோம் என்று சொன்னால் அம்மாவுடைய அரசு அமைவதற்காக தான் இருந்தோம். இப்பொழுது ரொம்ப மகிழ்ச்சியாக இருந்து கொண்டிருக்கின்றோம். ஏனென்று கேட்டால் அம்மாவுடைய அரசு அமைந்து விட்டது. இனிமேல் இந்த 4.5 ஆண்டு காலங்களில் நாங்கள் தேர்தல் நேரத்தில் என்னென்ன வாக்குறுதிகள் எல்லாம் தொகுதி மக்களுக்கு கொடுத்தோமோ அவைகளை எல்லாம் நிறைவேற்றி தர இருக்கின்றோம். இன்றைக்கு ஜனநாயக முறைப்படி இன்றைக்கு இந்த பதவியேற்பு விழா முடிவுற்றிருக்கின்றது. அனைவரும் மகிழ்ச்சியாக இருக்கின்றோம்.
நேற்றைய தினம் ஆளுநரை சந்தித்து நியாயமான எங்களுடைய கோரிக்கைகளை நாங்கள் சமர்ப்பித்தோம். அவரும் அந்த கன்சிடர் பண்றதுன்னு சொல்லிட்டு நேற்று அதையும் பிரஸுக்கு சொல்லியிருந்தோம். அதன் அடிப்படையில இன்றைக்கு எங்களை அழைத்தார்கள். அழைத்து ஆட்சி அமைப்பதற்கு எங்களை அழைத்திருக்கின்றார்கள். எனவே 4 மணி அளவில் மிக எளிமையான முறையில் அம்மாவுடைய ஆசீர்வாதத்தோடு அம்மாவுடைய ஆட்சி தொடரும். இன்றைக்கு எளிமையான வகையில் ராஜ்பவன்ல தொடங்கும். நேற்றைய தினம் ஆளுநரை சந்தித்து நியாயமான எங்களுடைய கோரிக்கைகளை நாங்கள் சமர்ப்பித்தோம். அவரும் அந்த கன்சிடர் பண்றதுன்னு சொல்லிட்டு நேற்று அதையும் பிரஸுக்கு சொல்லியிருந்தோம். அதன் அடிப்படையில இன்றைக்கு எங்களை அழைத்தார்கள். அழைத்து ஆட்சி அமைப்பதற்கு எங்களை அழைத்திருக்கின்றார்கள். எனவே 4 மணி அளவில் மிக எளிமையான முறையில் அம்மாவுடைய ஆசீர்வாதத்தோடு அம்மாவுடைய ஆட்சி தொடரும். இன்றைக்கு எளிமையான வகையில் ராஜ்பவன்ல தொடங்கும்.
And soon after the swearing in, he headed straight to the one place that has become a hot spot ever since the passing away of Jayalalitha. For all politicians, yes, you guessed it right, it was the Amma Samadhi at Marina Beach. And joining us from there is my colleague Shalini Lovo, also from outside O Paneerselvam's house, the man whose CM ambitions were in fact nipped very quickly. He was the CM, the acting chief minister. That's not anymore. His beacon taken away. But Shalini, I want to ask you first. Of course, everyone in recent days who has either aspired to be CM or has become chief minister has hot-footed it to Marina Beach. Same was the case with Palanisamy today as well. Did he say anything while there? Let me bring in Akshaya as well while we try and fix that line with Shalini. Akshaya, what is Camp OPS's next step? In the afternoon they spoke about Dharma Yudh and all of that, but are they genuinely hoping or thinking that there will be more than the 11 MLAs or 10 MLAs that they have at present who will vote against Palanisamy in the floor test when it happens?
Well, Padmaja, the hopes are really high here. The ministers and the MLAs who had come here earlier are hoping that there will be people who will be switching their sides from EPS's side. And in fact, it is seen that very soon after the swearing-in ceremony, there's a lot of ruckus, there's a lot of activity happening here. Again, OPS's residence has become a place buzzing with activity. In fact, it was seen that only earlier when towards afternoon there was a kind of a commotion when a few people started pelting stones and also throwing water packets at CV Shanmugam's residence, which is just opposite to O Paneerselvam's house. And it has to be noted that CV Shanmugam is a minister in Palanisamy's cabinet, and today the fight has just gone further ahead. As soon as the swearing-in ceremony got over, we saw that people from both the sides pelting stone at one another, unidentified people creating issues, and now the entire place is covered with police officials. In fact, Padmaja, there's high hope that there will be people who will horse trade, who will be jumping ship. And in fact, one of the reasons that all those MLAs who had come from Kuwatur to Raj Bhavan travelling back to Kuwatur is because of a fear that during the floor test there might be more people switching sides.
Well, it's quite ironic, isn't it, that they keep talking about good governance, yet for the last 9 days we've had these MLAs who are elected representatives of their constituency cooped up inside one resort. Shalini, if you're back with us, did Mr. Palanisamy say anything while at the Amma Memorial or after it?
No, he kept absolutely mum. He kept the media in a suspense. All of us were expecting him to tell us something. A podium was laid out, mics were kept, but he just walked past it. He did not talk to anyone. He just came, paid his respects. He took a round around the memorial and then he left. Now we're just getting in news, Padmaja, that Paneerselvam is going to visit the memorial anytime now. He's on. Probably we can expect him between 7:30 and 8 in the evening. And now we're going to see what he has to say, because the Paneerselvam camp is saying we're still going to fight. We are not going to let Amma down, and he clearly will not have the majority after 15 days. So it's very interesting to see that Paneerselvam has not given up. He's going to come all the way here, sit at the Jam Memorial, just hours after the newly sworn-in Chief Minister who replaced him has come here and paid his respects. So probably he'll speak to the media and we know what's going to happen next.
And in fact, Shalini, I think Mr. Palanisamy is making his priorities quite clear. When first he gets sworn in, step 2, he visits Amma Memorial. Step 3, he's going to visit Chinnamma tomorrow.
Well, according to the Karnataka AIADMK members, they did suggest that he was going to see Chinnamma tomorrow. He'd go all the way to Karnataka before he starts his duties as taking on as Chief Minister. Before he starts addressing people, he would go do that. And before Paneerselvam actually closed in as the Chief Minister, he'd signed a couple of files a few days back. And he's kept everything ready. And now you have Palanisamy, he'll go there, take over. Obviously, after paying his respects to Shashikala, going there, meeting Shashikala and seeking her blessings, he'd come back and then he'll resume duties.
Well, of course, the entire council and the CM himself said they are going to work independently. But even as the oath was being administered, there were cries of long live Chinnamma that were echoing in the entire area. So you can imagine that those fears that there is going to be remote controlling of this government from inside a jail in Bengaluru are not entirely unfounded. Akshaya and Shalini, just stay with me. We have to head into a very quick break. But on the other side, we are going to tell you more about what Paneerselvam could be doing next. Whether there could be now peace as far as politics in the state is concerned, or there's more afoot. Stay with us. Who would have thought that Tamil Nadu would have such quick changes in their CM? As it is, the death of J. Jayalalitha was devastating enough, and then the succession battle for, at a time it seemed that with Paneerselvam now finally stopping to be a caretaker Chief Minister and being a full-time Chief Minister, things would get back to normal, but it was not to be. Here at the Raj Bhavan, the latest Chief Minister, E. Palanisamy, took oath today along with 31 ministers. But there is still a twist in the tail, because V.K. Shashikala, who is currently lodged inside a prison in Bengaluru, her appointment as the General Secretary has now been challenged in the Election Commission. Today, V. Maitreyan, Rajya Sabha MP and a member of the OPS camp, in fact, dashed off to Delhi and went to the Election Commission. What did they hear from there? For more on that, we will go across to my colleague Brijesh Pandey as well. In fact, the Election Commission has told the OPS camp that they will give them a hearing. But what are the ramifications of this particular petition? The OPS camp has said that all of the appointments made by Shashikala would be invalid. In fact, let's get that information from Brijesh, who's with me on the phone line now. What is the importance and the ramification and the possible fallout of this petition? Brijesh.
Well, what the most important ramification of this fallout would be that if the Election Commission accede to the petition which has been moved by OPS group, saying that terming the Shashikala's appointment as General Secretary as invalid, then what will happen is that all those people who she has expelled will be automatically, it will be deemed as null and void. And more importantly, the kind of appointments which she has made of Dinakaran as additional General Secretary and a couple of others, they will also be deemed invalid. So this is the reason why OPS group is fighting this battle out in Election Commission. However, Election Commission is in no hurry, as these kind of matters do take time, and they have said that they will wait for the other side to hear their story before they would come to any conclusion. The EC has, as of now, not given a further or any further date as of now. Padmaja?
But Brijesh, just to be clear, that will in no way impact or change the status of Mr. Palanisamy as the Chief Minister or any of the other ministers in his council, will it?
But it will definitely not change the composition of the new government which has been sworn in. Basically, what it will do is that it will term the ouster or expulsion of Paneerselvam from the primary membership of the party. It will declare it null and void, and he'll be deemed as brought back. But it will have no bearing whatsoever on the composition of the new government which has been sworn in Tamil Nadu today. Padmaja?
All right, so they tried their last-ditch attempt to get the EC to rescind the appointment of Shashikala as the General Secretary. However, for now, the EC is going to hear the matter but has not taken any decision on that front. Let's also tell you, Brijesh, for now, thank you very much for joining us. Let's also tell you that a PIL has also been filed. In fact, let me get more information on that PIL from my colleague Akshaya, who continues to be with us. Shalini, I'll also come to you in a bit. But Akshaya, tell us more about the PIL that has now been filed, because every possible a weapon in the arsenal is being used by the OPS camp to make this decision be rolled back.
Well, Padmaja, there are different types of requests that have been made, and one of them is a PIL which has been filed at the Madras High Court today morning, even before the swearing-in ceremony took place, saying that Edappadi Palaniswamy should not be made the Chief Minister, and it also stated that a lot of factors in the party is not okay, including the one that...
All right, Akshay, I'll come back to you in a second when that source is restored. Shalini, the last question I want to ask you is about your opinion. You know, you have seen when O. Paneerselvam went to Amma Samadhi. Today you have the man who succeeded him, E. Palaniswamy, going to that same Samadhi. What was the crowd's response like? Because it was that visit which suddenly made him into some kind of hero, with people thronging to see him. Did Mr. Palaniswamy get the same reception?
Well, Padmaja, I was at Marina Beach at the memorial since 3 in the afternoon, and I was talking to people who gathered there. Everyone actually still in favor of Paneerselvam. A lot of them saying that it's okay, there are 15 days to which he has to form his majority. After that, we'll see what happens after 15 days. Many people still now lost out on hope, and this is the OPS camp also keeps saying the same thing. We're not going to back down. We're going to keep fighting till the end, and OPS is on his way over. He's said he's going to visit the Marina Beach. He's going to visit the Jaya Memorial here at Marina Beach. So public sentiment, according to me, is still with Paneerselvam over the Shashikala camp. Even though, yes, Edappadi Palaniswamy came here, he's been in the administration for a really long time. He's got a good background. He's one of the top 5 ministers in Jaya's team. But even then, people don't seem to look up to him as a chief minister the way they did when they looked up to Paneerselvam, who was a stopgap chief minister. He was there only when Jaya was not there. That's the only time he climbed into her shoes or sat on that chair. But the people still welcome him more than they welcome Palaniswamy. Padmaja.
And in fact, the logic is very simple. People are saying he acted in Amma's absence. She handpicked him. Even today at his house, there were cries ringing out, calling him the hero of Jallikat, the Nayak of Jallikat. People yelled, the proxies may have the numbers, but he has the people's support. On that note, we are going to end this special broadcast from Chennai, but on the other side of a quick break, a ground report from Bengaluru, where Shashikala, the lady who's actually still managing to pull the strings here in Tamil Nadu, is currently lodged in prison. Don't miss it. We'll be back in a couple of minutes.